Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. I don't know why I said it like that. Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1547. Maybe because the Cubs won. How about that? How about those Cubbies? 3 in a row. I think the Cubs have won 5 out of their last 6. The Brewers have lost 4 out of their last 5. Things are coming along. I've been waiting for this Brewers slump, and I was hoping it would happen around this time with the last series against the Cubs. So another win. I think today is the finale, right? How many games have they played? 4. Cubs have won 3 of the last 4. So yeah, I think there's 1 game left today or tonight. I don't even know what time it starts. Maybe I'll even have it on. Maybe I'll try to find one of those pirate streams to turn it on. So Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. What else is going on? eBay Live is tonight, Thursday night. We do vintage on Thursday. It's something we started a couple weeks ago with the set break, the 1975 Topps baseball set break. It went really well. We ran it back last Thursday. We did a 1976 Topps football set break. It did well. Like, hey, let's just keep doing vintage. I have a 77 Topps baseball set somewhere. I've got to find it. I've got a lot of stuff that it's like, oh yeah, I need to find that. I need to find that. So when I think it's a good sign that you have too many cards, you have too much shit. When you can't find complete sets from the 70s, it's like, okay, I can't find my complete set from 1977, my complete 1984 hockey set with a Mario Lemieux rookie. I can't find those. They're in binders somewhere in this basement, and I just have to locate them. I've been trying. I mean, I haven't been actively searching for the hockey binder, but I have one person in my chat that's always asking about it. Like, I'll find it. So tonight we're doing vintage. I went through yesterday a couple of my boxes that were former eBay store inventory. And it was kind of fun going back through a couple of these boxes because it was loaded with the 70s cards from the estate sale from last June. And it's like, oh man, and they're in nice condition for the most part. Some are like miscut or, obviously off center. You can't help that, but the condition is pretty good. So I didn't realize it felt like I sold through so much of that, and I probably did. I think I had 13,000 total cards from that purchase. And I probably have 4,000 cards left. I mean, but I don't think I sold through 10,000 cards. I don't know. But anyway, so I went through last night with the football. Oh yeah, because I didn't even touch the baseball. So I went through the football that I had left over and some basketball. So the football I sorted by team. So we're going to do team lots from 70s football, basically from 1970 to 1977. There may be some like late 60s sprinkled in. So we'll do football team lots tonight. And team lots are probably going to vary from 20 to 50 cards, maybe even more than 50 in some of the teams. The Cardinals and Oilers apparently were not very popular in my eBay store, but the crazy thing is, and I didn't even notice this, and this is some of the things when you have over 100,000 cards in your eBay store and you're selling through stuff, especially like 70 stuff. I went through and I had every team. Like every team was accounted for when I, bought them all and started listing them. Steelers, Cowboys, Vikings. Pretty much wiped out. Like somebody came in and bought all of those. And I'm sure it was multiple people. But I think I have like most of the teams that I did the sorting, or I did sorting for all the teams from the 70s. Most of them, like I said, range from 20 to 50 cards. And I think there's a few teams that there might be even more than 50, maybe close to 75 cards. I think there were like 4 Steelers cards, 3 Cowboys, and I think 1 Vikings card. So apparently there were Vikings, Steelers, and Cowboys fans that over the last year and 3 months that came in and bought all of my 70s cards of those teams. So I'll be light on those, which sucks because guess who's popular in my eBay live streams? Steelers, Cowboys, Vikings, and there's some other teams too. But Steelers is like 70 Steelers just fly out apparently of my eBay store and from my eBay lives as well. So we're going to do a vintage night tonight, 7 p.m. Central. I've got this is in really nice condition with the exception of the big old fisheye at top. I've got a 1963 Topps Rusty Staub rookie. We're going to run that tonight. I've got an Ozzie Smith rookie. I've got a Dave Winfield rookie. I've got some Cooters here, and so I've got some stuff that I picked up when I was with Cooter down in Oklahoma City. These did not sell out of my eBay store. I got a Dave LaRoche autograph from 1972 Topps, on card or in person, I should say. A couple of Al Bumbry autos from the Orioles, 77 and 79, and then a Phil Villapiano of the Raiders. So those will be on. A lot more singles I've got to go through. That's kind of on the agenda today is go through my boxes to pull singles to run in tonight's show. So tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Central, Vintage Thursday night on my eBay Live. I ran a live yesterday. Boy, it was brutal. And by brutal, stuff actually sold at comps. Imagine that. And it's I'm glad my wife is here to keep me like grounded to, ground. I don't know if grounded would be the right term, but I'm kind of bummed. It's like, I only did $500 this afternoon. And now going back to April, May, when I started, when I was going through the process of getting onboarded to eBay Live, it's like, man, if I can go through and sell like just random stuff, because I was watching other streams, it's like, man, if I could sell some David Robinsons for $1 a piece, like make a couple $100 during the day, that's awesome. I also thought, I would be continuing doing the bulk, buy it now. And it turned out even better than I anticipated, making more than what I was doing and then saving time on shipping by just tearing everything down out of my eBay store and listing that stuff on eBay Live. So my wife comes home and I'm like, God, it was brutal. And I told her, I'm like, I did 500. And she's like, how long? And I'm like, it was about 2 hours. And she's like, you did $500 in 2 hours. That's pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But when you're used to doing a lot more than that, but that's the thing during the week, 2 o'clock, between 2 and 4 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, what should I expect? So, and the good thing is, taking point yesterday's live, it was, I'm not going to say junk. Like I put good stuff. We did a few slabs, but it's stuff that I have pennies into. I was doing 10 card lots of Bowman firsts and some color that I probably paid less than a nickel for each. And, they're selling for 60 cents a card. So, and it was stuff that even on a good night, I would not, if I would have sold it as a single, that's the type of stuff I don't do well on. The Bowman prospects just sell like shit. I sold a Connor Griffin, who's like, many of you probably have never heard of Connor Griffin, but if you're prospecting, if you're into baseball, he's one of the top prospects in baseball for the Pirates. And I put a Mojo refractor. It sold for $1. But I can sell an 83 Topps Robin Yount for $9. So it's just one of those things. I sold a no-name autograph for $4. And then who was the rookie? I sold a no-name auto for $4 and some top rookie for $1. And I'm like, wow. And I probably, in some of this stuff, I probably paid $1 for. But yeah, I got to keep it real, where the end result on eBay Live moving forward, there's going to be days like yesterday where in the end, like, yeah, that's a good day. You sold a bunch of junk for $500. The days of selling a Michael Jordan 90 NBA hoops for $25, that's probably not going to happen in a live selling setting. Sure, but it might not be 90 NBA hoops. It might be the next big prospect, if prospects ever sell on my eBay Live. It could be something else. There's always something that surprises me with live selling. And here's the thing about sustainability with live selling. I know sellers on Whatnot that are absolutely crushing it, doing the same types of numbers that I'm seeing on some of my listings, and they've been on for 2-3 years. And that's the key. And here we are, they're 2-3 years later. If 3 years down the road, all of a sudden the market crashes and the hobby's dead, maybe I go back to selling low-end singles. Maybe I get a real job. There is no plan B. Well, what if it's not this? What if you took all your listings down and eBay Live just dries up and dies? What are you going to do? I don't know. I'll figure it out. There is no plan B. There is no plan B. And I think that's important. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're running a business, you have a plan. It's like some of the people when Theo Epstein took over the Cubs and they were going to completely rip out and start from scratch. Well, what if it doesn't work? It's going to work. Well, what's the plan? There is no plan B. It's plan A or bust. And so that's what I've said since October of 2021. Well, what if this whole card selling thing doesn't work out? Doesn't work out. So far, crushing it. And that may come to an end. You never know. That's why I don't make plans. I'm going to stick to what I'm doing. I'm going to keep crushing it. I can make more in a day on eBay Live than what I've done in many months on buy it now low-end singles. So it's working right now. And if it stops working, it stops working. If it doubles, if I make double what I've been doing the last few months, that's awesome. So that's what I love. And here's the thing about the sustainability and on eBay Live. I was one of the first 40 sellers on eBay Live in sports. That's like, you can't replicate that. Replicatable, I don't think that's a word. You can't replicate that. First on the market, on a new platform, on eBay. It's not like it's some startup. It's fucking eBay. It's been around for 30 years. It ain't going away. So it's only going to get stronger. And when I was talking to one of my eBay reps about, I'm like, I can't believe early on, like the first few shows I've done, that it's been this wild. And the rep that I was talking to said it's, and we have like, I can't remember the number that was quoted, but the number of active users on eBay Live is like minuscule. And that's only going to grow as they put more and more marketing effort. If you were at the National, if you looked up at those banners, you're walking through and in each of the banners at the National with the row numbers, guess what was on there? eBay Live. eBay Live was all across the National. So that's awesome. More and more people will find it. And that's why I think it's important to do more and more shows, do as many as I can to build an audience and gain those people. So, I mean, we've already seen about a 5x multiplier on sellers on the platform since I began. When I began, it was, there was an average of like 5 sports card singles per day, about 5 auctions per day. And the last few times that I've checked and done the numbers, we can look at that right now. It's been around 20. I think probably an average of 20. eBay.com/eBay live. So we go to the sports cards section. Today's what, the 21st? Oh, somebody did turn off their stream. I've been guilty of that a few times. All right, so we've got 4, 9, 14, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's 22 streams today in sports card singles. So, and I'm on at 7 p.m. tonight. There's a couple others. Primetime Sports Framing. They do memorabilia, so that's not really much competition. Baseball Card Exchange doing vintage tonight. So I've got BBCE. I'm going head to head with. 528 Breaks is doing Gem. Oh, it's Gem Mint Night. So that's why there's probably more than usual. Auction by BJW. That's a new name I don't recognize. Greeny is going live tonight. So they're at 8 o'clock. And then we've got some 6 o'clock starts. Crave Collect. Hard Lines is at 6:30. 941 is starting at 5. So is Memorabilia Experts. ComC starts at 5. So there's a lot of competition tonight. So we'll see how it goes with my little vintage show. My numbers, my eBay numbers, fucking crushing it. Year to date, my net sales are now up 242%. I think as of Monday, I was at like 250%. So, it has gone down. But remember, I'm not selling anything buy it now. So the only income I'm generating, I made a $7.50 sale from my store this morning. I think I sold a couple things out of my eBay store this week. I sold one of those twin sets for $35 yesterday. So that was decent. So sales are up 242% year to date. Quantity sold is up 19%. So the quantity's actually dipped a couple percentage points over the last few days. Average sales price up 102%. Buy it now listings down 44%. Duh. Expected that. So and here's a number that I really want to compare this month. So we're going to look at this month compared to the same period last year. Now, August of 2024 was my best sales month of the entire year. In fact, I think it was my best sales month ever on eBay last August. And all of that was due to the estate sale that I picked. And I think I had picked up another collection last summer. For some reason, I don't know if people are cleaning stuff out. This summer has been awesome for collections. Last summer was great. So again, last August 2024, my best sales month ever. I'm pretty sure it was my best sales month ever. I know it was of 2024. I'd have to look back and see if it was all time. So that was in fact, I think August 2024 was my best sales month. We're talking net sales. I'm going to go look at all of my past numbers here. I've got everything down. All right. I'm in 2022, I think. All right. So nothing in 2022 came close to last August. 2023 was brutal. My goodness. 2023 was awful. There were several months in 2023 where I've made more in a day on eBay Live. That's eye-opening. 2024 started off slow. And then April was like a turning point. And the estate sale wasn't until June. So August was my best selling month of all time last year until May. And I started on eBay Live at the end of April. And my April numbers were not that great. So August 2024 was my highest sales month ever until May of this year. Now, let's take a look at my numbers this month compared to last August. So again, August 2024, best sales month of all time on eBay for me. This month to date, my net sales are up 437% over last August, which was my best sales month ever. So that's been the power of eBay Live for me. And funny thing is, my quantity sold is down from last year. My quantity sold this month is down 7% compared to the same period a year ago. So, but my sales are up 437%. So eBay Live, it's been very, very good to me. Let's go into the chat. By the way, tonight is vintage night. Peter's in the house. Cooter's also here. Good morning, Peter. Peter says, baseball is a fun, funny game. It is. And it's the thing is, the Cubs have the quote weakest schedule. I don't think they play. I saw a stat. The Cubs don't play a team with an above 500 record for a month. September 19th is the next time the Cubs play a team with a record above 500. But it's baseball. It's a funny game. That means shit. Strength of schedule in baseball means nothing in my eyes. What the hell do I know? Zach says, many are saying the Cubs are the hottest team in baseball. Dan says, hey. So far, have watched episodes 1 through 7 of the newest Dexter Resurrection. Recommend. I've got to get that platform because I don't have that streamer. Peter says, how do you feel about changing the way series are done? I'd like to see a team in a city for one full week, play 5 or 6 games, cut down on travel. So minor league baseball does that. I don't know if all the leagues do it, but I think they do. I think it's kind of universal now in minor league baseball, where as a fan, I don't like it. I like the breakup. Now, I understand from a travel standpoint, from saving money, absolutely. It's I can see the business side of it. As a fan, I don't like it. When South Bend, I would rather the South Bend Cubs, my favorite minor league team, because they come to Beloit, which is my local minor league team. They only come to Beloit once a year or twice a year, first half, second half, for 6 games. Well, if it's a week that I'm busy, it's like, oh shit, now I've got to wait till August, and I missed them. They were here. Now, I probably wouldn't have gone to any games. I don't know. I probably could have made time. I think it was this past week, actually. But it was just one of those things where it's nice if they came twice, 2 different series in the first half, 2 different series in the second half. It at least gives me a little breakup. Now, it's also good where if they did break it up, 2 series in each half, one series might be Monday, Tuesday, or a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The next series could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, at least when it's the whole week, it's Tuesday through Sunday, and they minor leagues have Monday off. So I don't know. There's parts of it I like, there's parts of it I don't like. I think I'd prefer cutting it up than having it a full week of one series. I don't know, but I do see the transportation costs. I don't know from a scheduling aspect how it could work, but hey, it seems to work for the minor leagues. I'm sure the major leagues could do it. Andy Mack says, new Dexter is so good. Well, that's 2 recommendations. You need to have watched the rest of the seasons, though. So I watched the original. I watched like 4 times, but I haven't watched the others. But I haven't watched the other, because there's one other one, right? I think there's now 3 total Dexters. Zach says, Dexter and Hy-Vee stores, 2 of the best commercial success stories of the past 50 years. Gem City, good morning. Fuck, I hate my fingers. That's okay. Cooter, what's going on? Philly Joe says, good morning, Bowen gang. Quick, Arizona Card Show will be during spring training. No confirmation of dates, but was done in Wrigleyville over the summer. EDI Sports Cards is the chief of staff for the Arizona Card Show. Yeah, it's it usually is every year that I've been out there. It's during spring training. It's been out there a couple times when I've been at spring training and I've skipped it. The only card show I've gone to one card show while I've been at spring training, and there's usually a card show going on, whether it's the big Arizona card show or if it's a smaller one. And the one I went to, I think, was in Scottsdale. Ethan and I went out there. We met Augie Ojeda. Funny thing was, Ethan, current Cub, was at the same table as former Cub Augie Ojeda. So that was a fun little photo op. That was in Scottsdale, small show. I don't think the big show. Oh, no, the big show was not at the same time that I was out there this year because I was out there at a different time. I was out there earlier than I normally am because of the Japan series. So I was going to go, I think it was 2 years ago. I was going to go to the big Arizona card show, but it was like, I'm here to watch baseball. So if I haven't planned my trip for next year just yet. I'll be booking the flights probably very soon. It's already August. I think I booked my flights in August of last year. Arizona Card Show 2026. Let's see if they have any dates yet. Well, there's an Arizona Super Show February 28th, so I won't be there that early. Oh, wait, I don't know if that's a car show. That's not a card show. That's a car show. All right. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, with what I'm doing now, it might be worth it for me to, take it. If I do go around the same time as the big Arizona card show, what I'll probably do is take a day, go out one extra day, so I still get my total baseball days in, but then take a day off to go to the show, maybe like the first day, and maybe I'll go 9 days instead of 8. I'll bump up and pay for Wi-Fi. I'll make sure I get some proper lighting so we don't run into what I did at the National, because I'm not gonna take 9 days off from eBay Live at spring training. Now, if I'm on vacation with my wife, yes, I'll take it off. But it is a business trip when I go to spring training. So I go to card shops, every once in a while. Once I've gone to a card show, and so I do business out there. So I'll definitely do, maybe a couple streams. We'll see. But still a ways. I need to get my my trip planned. But I'm glad you brought that up, because now thinking about it, because I've actually thought about that. I've thought about maybe I could go out to the Arizona Fall League. Everybody tells me the Arizona Fall League, it's like I could, take a box of cards and I can do eBay Lives. So we'll see. All right. Jody's in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Scott, what's going on from the West Coast? Good morning. Zach says Steelers, Vikings, Cowboys, the 3 most successful teams in the Super Bowl era. Yeah, they are very popular. Dairyland Picker, what's up? I will have nice $1 to $25 vintage inventory at the Alliance, so be sure to stop by early so you can reload. Hey, you know it. I know where to find you. All right. So Madison Card Show, Saturday, August 30th, Alliant Energy Center, 250 tables. We are sold out. Waiting list is I think I'm at 20 tables on the waiting list, or 20 dealers on the waiting list. So Saturday, August 30th, Alliant Energy Center. You do have to pay for parking. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to park in the parking lot. If you want to park in the parking lot, it's $8. They do not accept cash, so that's annoying. $5 admission to get in. So that's like 12 and under, kids 12 and under free. So Alliant Energy Center, Saturday, August 30th. We're just over a week away, 9 days away. So that'll be fun. Denny's going to be there. So come out and see Dairyland Picker. Zach says, those should get authenticated first before selling. Phil, a key cog in the Immaculate Reception. Phil Villapiano does not sell well on eBay Live. Cooter says, the market will find equilibrium, not good for eBay Live sellers. I have no worries. I have no worries whatsoever. I would be more concerned selling $1.75 free shipping cards in volume. Gem City says net $100 an hour, almost a lawyer's rate. LOL. Zach says, Bo now knows how drug dealers feel when their neighborhood has a crackdown on a crime, or when people go to a 12-step program, the price of the brick goes down. Here's what I love about live selling is you lose. Like I've lost customers, and I don't know if I've necessarily lost them. They just haven't come back. Maybe they entered a 12-step program. Maybe they spent too much money. But there's people to replace them. There's so many buyers on. Look at Whatnot. Look at how many successful sellers there are on Whatnot, and look at how many sellers on the platform there are. I mean, in live selling is the future. Now, am I going to get $30 for a Junk Wax Michael Jordan all the time? Probably not. But there's going to be there's always something. I could put that same card up today, sells for $2, $3. But I could pull up an 83 Topps Robin Young, sells for $10. And there's always something. Now, like yesterday, I don't think there was an outlier sale in yesterday where I'm like, whoa, I can't believe that went for that price. But I was kind of listing the same stuff. And usually what happens when I get those outlier prices, it's when I'm running like all modern, and then all of a sudden, here's a 1980 Topps Nolan Ryan, and it gets bid up to $20. So there's always something. Uncle Rich says, a good Morgan to you, like, sub, all that good stuff. Zach says, I'm old enough to remember when Bo did a Tuesday night YouTube show promoting auctions ending. He would have killed for $500 on those nights. My God, I would have killed for $100 on some of those nights. Spending 3 hours watching auctions end at 99 cents a pop with half of them not even getting a bid. Yeah, in April, I would have killed for $500 in a 2-hour show. Mark, good morning. Zach says, Rich is here. Yes, there is no doubt that the likes and subs will increase. Feels good. Billy Joe says, what are these crowns on the comments? I have no idea. I think it's the people that comment the most get like a crown. And there's like a standings, I think. Let me see. Let's see. Go to my YouTube. If anybody knows, drop it in the chat. Here we go. I'm gonna like this video while I'm doing this, if I can. I can't for some reason. That's weird. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Johnny M says, good morning. Another day, another eBay Live infomercial. You goddamn right. Tonight, 7 p.m. Central. Vintage. I showed off some of the vintage that I'll be running. I've got an Ozzie Smith rookie. We're going to auction this off tonight on eBay Live. I've got some in-person autos, Phil Villapiano, some Al Bumbry. I've got a 63 Topps Rusty Staub, really nice condition. Has that fisheye up top, but otherwise it's a pretty sharp card. I've got some vintage football. We're going to do vintage football lots tonight, 7 p.m. Central, eBay Live. I've got a Dave Winfield rookie card. I'll have a bunch of stuff. Pre-1980 tonight, eBay Live. Check out my channel. Link in the description. There you go. Johnny says, I've noticed a lot more card sellers. Yes. It's been about 5x since May. And it's only going to increase. There's going to be more and more sellers getting onboarded. I think, what did I say today? 22 card sales in the singles. Now, Thursday's also one of their bigger nights, but I've seen a lot of, there was one day last week, there was like 25 or 26 sales in a day. But then Sunday, I was the only show on Sunday afternoons. I killed. Sunday was amazing. Sunday was one of those days where I made more money in a day than I did like every month last year. Well, with the exception of probably Now there's a few months last year that I didn't, that I made quite a bit after post estate sale. Where are we at? Gem City says OnlyFans, always plan B. Rich says, since you were into many of these cards for pennies, you can just adjust what you do on eBay Live and sell bigger lots on the direct. Yeah. And that's what I did yesterday. It's like some of these, Heston Kierstad rookie refractor, I'd put this in my eBay store for $250 free shipping in a buy it now. That might not sell on eBay Live. It might sell for $1 and maybe it gets bid up. But some of that stuff, and that varies from show to show. If it's a Wednesday afternoon where I had zero promotion, I didn't even plan on going live until like 12:30. And then I'm like, I've got some time. Let's throw on a quick live. So there was zero promotion. So there's stuff like that that's not going to sell. So lot it up, get 60 cents a card. Lots were going for about $6 for 10 cards. And that's and I'm into those for less than a nickel a card. So can't beat that. Red Light says, damn, you're early today. I am. I went to bed early. Well, no, I mean, I don't think I've gone to bed before 10 o'clock, like fallen asleep before 10 o'clock since I started eBay Live. Now I've turned into a night owl. Gem City says, Rich, the profit is in the buy. Absolutely. Zach says, read Rich's advice. Can you believe this is free? Dan says, you may be crushing it on YouTube Live or eBay Live. I think he means eBay Live. But I know how much you miss getting bids on trucks. Trucks? You're in the wrong channel, Dan. I don't know what you're talking about. Johnny says, looks like Whatnot will be having anytime auctions soon, trying to compete with eBay, it looks like. What's an anytime auction? Oh, is that like 7-day auctions? That's interesting. Red Light, good morning. Brian's in the house. Good morning. Dude, eBay Live has been a boon for you. A boon, I say. It has. It's been wild. That dude from Duryea, what's up? Was last August when you started dipping into weekly auctions. Could be the reason for a sales jump. No, it was, well, you know what? That might have been the month I started doing auctions. I don't think that was the reason for my sales jump. Actually, I wonder if I could go back and look at my, let's see. Oh, yes, I can. We'll do a custom report. We're going to do August 1st, 2024 to August 31st, 2024. We don't need to compare it to anything. Let's see. So no, I did like $800 in auctions. So no, it was estate sale stuff. I think that was August. I'm not sure what I would have sold. Let me go back and see the days. I've got everything broken down by day. It looks like it was pretty steady. It was steady. And I think it was just volume of, I had some bigger days than normal towards the end of the month. That could have been possibly like the Dr. J rookie. No, that sold. I think that sold earlier because that was a bigger sale than what was it? Yeah, that could have been the Dr. J. I think the Peyton was later on. So I think it was a lot of the estate sale stuff that was starting to really hit. 608 says, good morning. Ready for the Madison Card Show, August 30th, Alliant Energy Center. Cooter says, think how much time it took to list and ship those 2023 numbers. So not only are you earning more money, you are gaining time for other things. Oh, absolutely. And the shipping time alone allows me to, I mean, having 600-700 items to ship takes me a fraction of the time it would take me to do 150 to 200 items to ship because everything is in a 2 or a 3-row shoebox, usually a 3-row shoebox. And here we go. Oh, here's Jay Cater. Here's Jason's stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Wrap it up, put it in a box, ship it out. So it's just been super efficient from that side. If only you had an e-bike. I know, all this extra time to ride an e-bike or a fishing rod. Mushroom coffee. Hey, I'm still drinking mushroom coffee. Here's the annoying. I want to get on a soapbox real quick on mushroom coffee. So Rise is what I drink. So I was initially buying it from Amazon, and some of the Amazon Rise mushroom coffee is like not actually mushroom coffee. I don't know what the hell it is. So don't buy it from Amazon. Buy it from rise.com, RYZE. But be careful, because they keep saying it's like Columbia House. If you don't cancel your subscription, they keep sending it to you. Even if you check out as a guest, they've got your fucking info and they keep sending it to you. And like me, like with Columbia House, getting a fucking CD I don't want every month that I have to pay $25 for that I didn't. Now I owe Columbia House $1,100. Oh, they're bankrupt. Oops. So Rise mushroom coffee. So I've got like 12 bags in my pantry, and it's like my wife goes, I think you got another Rise coffee. I think you should cancel that subscription. So I finally did. And it's a pain in the ass because I sign up through as a guest. So I've got to go through, and it's a pain. But I've canceled it. I think I have enough mushroom coffee to get me through the rest of the year, but I still drink my mushroom coffee every single day. Zach says collects. Yep, I don't use collects anymore. Mark says I log in every once in a while just to check out, and it's hard to search because I'm not looking for anything specific. Mark says I've been to a smaller and the large AZ show. It's a good show. Cooter says treadmill in an exercise room. I used that once this year. I've used the elliptical thing. Zach knows what the name of it is. I can't remember. But I've used that more this calendar year than I have the e-bike. The e-bike has not been touched in a year. This was going to be the year that I was going to get it. I don't have time. Pokemon only card show. Hey, September Madison Pokemon show coming up on Sunday, September 28th. We got 2-show weekend in Madison. Saturday, September 27th, Sunday, September 28th. Guess what? It's free admission. And guess what? The parking, it's free. You got to park a mile away because it's a small parking lot, but it's free. People are going to be, oh, I can't find a parking spot. I had to park a mile away. And then the next month, I have to pay $8 to park, even though it's only 3 feet away. Fucking suck it up. Pokemon only. All right. Zach and Porter, target estate sales for inventory. Hey, that's a good idea. Never grade a card. Invest in Bowman U. Cooter says you can take a page from Kit Carson and announce buying trips throughout the Midwest as you drive to and from the Dallas Card Show. The mileage deduction alone will pay for the trip. Zach says devise a scheme to max out profit on the parking rate at the Madison Sports Card Show at the Alliant Energy Center. I agree the level of addicts is growing rapidly. The legalization of sports betting will help cards in the long run create more addicts who have a close friend in card collecting. There you go. Cooter says you can buy your crown as well. Staub Rookie is a high number and a good card. Oh, I didn't know it was a high number. Zach says I just now realized this show was just a promotion for his store. It only took him 1,547 episodes. I've been had. All of this time and free guidance from Rich on formal wear feels less valuable now. Good morning, Tracy. Sneaking in to say hello between classes. What's going on? Have fun at school. Zach says Amazon, the bookstore. Amazon, the bookstore. That's right. New step designed for seniors like me. Gem City says buy into more card breaks. It's the skill game the hobby loves. There you go. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, visit my eBay store. There's not much there. There's more there's actually more wrestling magazines in my eBay store than baseball cards in my eBay store. I keep saying I'm going to list some stuff in my buy it now, but it's like, I don't want to. All right. So link is in the description. Tonight, 7 p.m. Central. It's only vintage. And I'm following the Cooter, the word of Cooter, pre-1980. You're not going to get any 1990s vintage tonight. No 90s vintage. Only 70s and 60s vintage, and maybe some 50s vintage. So I've got to go through some boxes and look to, because right now I only have about 6 singles and a bunch of lots. So I've got to go through and find more of my vintage and maybe come across that 77 set, which it might be in that tote bag. It might be in that tote. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I've got to go make some mushroom coffee. Gem City says 1980s Billy Joel only. That's a movie reference, right? I think so. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Tonight, eBay Live, vintage only, 7 p.m. Central. Link in the description. Have a wonderful Thursday. And hey, we'll be back tomorrow for Friday. We play Name That Player. I don't know what I have. I don't know what I've got. Maybe we'll do like all modern. I've got a bunch of modern baseball over here. Catalina wine mixer. Yes. Yes. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Or tonight. Tonight, eBay Live. We'll see you then.